Nothing like a good hot cup of coffee on a cold April day. You know, today is a day of infamy, perhaps. April 15th. What do you think? You think, oh, it's tax day. It's the day when there's an accounting, when you have to have figured out and calculated, do you owe more money or do you owe less money? So it's like sometimes you've paid more in and you're getting a big check back and you are pretty excited. Other times something happened, you didn't pay enough money in and you owe a big chunk. And you kind of have a sinking feeling, a lot like the people on the Titanic. Did you know that Titanic sank on April 15th? Actually, Abraham Lincoln passed away on April 15th as well. I think we should just cancel April 15th. Just totally avoid the day. It's just not a good day. So taxes, and so, by the way, if you're under pressure, they moved it to May 17th. Jesus came back to Capernaum. I want to talk what Jesus had to say about taxes. He came back to Capernaum, and he and Peter were there, and the synagogue leader said to Peter, hey, does your leader pay his temple tax? A half a shekel that was paid to the temple. Everybody, males over age 20, I believe, to help support the temple. And so Peter said, well, of course he does. And then he went to Jesus and said, hey, Jesus, do we pay the temple tax? Jesus said, who pays the tax, the sons or the subjects? He said, but so that we won't cause a uproar, Peter, I want you to go fishing. Guys, think about this. Go fishing to pay your taxes. Everybody wants to sign up for that. And Jesus said, Peter, when you catch that first fish, there's going to be a gold piece in its mouth. I want you to take it out and it'll pay your tax and my tax. See, there's an accounting that comes every year where we have to, it's like a day of reckoning of how we've done. If we've paid enough, haven't paid enough, what we need to do to correct that. Well, there is coming a day of reckoning at some point. As much as you struggle with April the 15th, there's coming a day when we all will stand before God and we'll give a reckoning for our life, not just our finances, but for our life and our entire life. This is every word that we speak. And so, if you're smart, you prepare for April 15th. You have a tax plan. You have a finance plan. In the same way, you need to have a spiritual plan that when that day comes, when you perhaps breathe your last or the rapture takes place, you'll hear those words, well done, thou good and faithful. Well done, thou good and faithful. Because you have been faithful. You have done what he's asked you to do. Colossians chapter 1 says to live your life to please God, to live a life worthy of being a follower of Jesus. So this tax day, it's funny. I remember the first time, kind of off on a side, first time after we were married, I bought my wife flowers. It was tax day, and found out we were getting a big chunk of money back. I went out and bought my wife flowers. I got good memories of tax day. Hey, thanks for being a part of Thursday Thoughts, and pay your taxes, but most of all, serve God.